Whenever you're ready.
Oh my God.
Jessica! I've never been called a fox!
Dana.
That's a classy name for a Harry.
I like it classic.
Okay.
Do you?
Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast.
Sure.
Out with the bad and in with the good, motherfuckers.
That's right.
Jessica!
Dana.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast. I'm Dana Powell.
I'm Jessica Young.
Jessica.
Dana.
How was your week?
It was good.
Yeah.
I was really trying to recover after hooping it up.
Yeah, you went to a wedding and hooped it up.
So it was nice. It was just like kind of getting back on track, trying to get my sleep schedule somewhat normal.
Yes. Yeah.
Really fun adult time stuff.
Good for you.
How about you?
It was good. A friend of mine that I used to be on a show called Clipped.
Yes.
With Ashley Tisdale. It only went one season. I'm sure everyone knows it. But a friend of mine on there, his name is CJ Vanna, and he has a band that they just jam together once in a while.
I saw you post that.
Yes.
They were really good.
I know. They call it the Canyon Jam.
That's amazing.
And one of his buddies has a house up in the canyons, and they play out on the balcony, and then we look out over the entire valley.
Come on.
It's kind of like the most Hollywood thing you could ever do.
Yes.
And they know the cops are going to come shut them down at 12 o'clock. The cops come and they're like, sorry, guys, we got a noise. It's wonderful what you're doing. It's just like, and he invites all his friends and close family, and so do the band members. There was a harmonica, a saxophone, a fiddle, 2 guitars, drum. It was incredible.
They sounded really good.
It's just fun, and they never rehearse together.
They just get up there and jam.
Just get up there and jam. Just go, oh, what about if we play do, 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 and then they go.
I mean, I could never do. I'm not musically inclined. I love music.
Me
cry
too.
over music.
Yeah.
But I cannot. I mean, I can
couldn't
plunk
jam
out
like that.
not St. Elmo's Fire, St. Elsewhere, the theme song. It's the only thing I learned in electronic keyboarding in 7th grade.
Sing it.
Well, it's not the song. It's just the you know what I'm talking about?
Of course I do, because I'm 72 years old. You just gave away our age.
Our parents watched it.
Yes, exactly.
Seriously, that was on when we were like young kids.
Yeah, definitely. That's hilarious.
Are you musically inclined?
I wouldn't say massively. It's definitely in my family. My mom plays the piano. I took lessons till I was about 7. I played clarinet and oboe.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Nobody in your family played the spoons?
Jessica Young. What kind of hillbilly living in the forest playing banjo person do you think I am?
I love somebody who can play the spoons.
You might as well have said, do you have a brother, Dana? Oh, is that Dan Tipton?
Oh my God.
I don't play the spoons. I'll tell you though, wish I could.
Me too.
Also wish I could play that. I don't think it's called a mouth harp, because that would be a nickname for a harmonica, but that rubber band thing you put in your mouth and it goes meow, 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 meow.
Alan has one, and I tried to use it once, but it's not like a rubber band. It's metal. And it like went and like ricocheted through my teeth, and it was very painful. It's not. I'm going to stay away from that.
You don't want any ricocheting in your mouth?
No. I swear I think it's called a Jew's harp or a Jude's harp.
I don't know.
I'm looking it up.
It feels dangerous to even comment on.
It's a mouth harp.
But that's also a nickname for a harmonica, right?
Yeah, and back to Snoopy, our favorite Red Baron, he played one of those.
A mouth harp?
In the show sometimes, yes.
Do you know Douglas Sarine?
Yes.
Our friend he used to be
Ask a Ninja.
Ask a Ninja, yeah. Very, very talented. I was on an improv team with him, and he told us that his grandmother, when she would get aggravated at them and want to punish them, like she wasn't a hitter or anything, she would flick their teeth. And he did it to us, and it is the most disturbing. It's not painful, but is the most jarring, full body disturbing thing ever.
I do not accept that.
A hardcore flick, like your teeth.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
Newsflash. You guys, I'm correcting myself this time. We don't need you to write in. The Jew's harp, also known as the jaw harp or mouth harp.
Why is it called
Ozark
the Jew's
harp? Aren't you
come
near
on.
the Ozarks?
Yeah. Do you know how old I was before I met a Jew? Why is it called a Jew's harp?
I don't know. And that is exactly like the one that Alan has, and it hurts. He can actually play it.
No.
Yes, and I tried it once, and I told you, boy, like, not okay.
That just sounds like a cartoon boner, Jessica.
It totally does. Oh my God.
That is so crazy.
Stay tuned for the picture
I can't.
of the Jew's harp. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
You know what? I think I told you I just bought a kalimba.
Yes.
I haven't learned to play it yet.
I want to see a video of you playing it.
Yeah. I want to find something very celestial to play on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? The Jack and the Beanstalk cartoon where there was that cute cartoon?
Harp?
Yes. Like, she was a harp, right?
Yeah, she was a lady
Oh,
harp.
I haven't seen that in,
Years.
like, since I was a young kid.
Yeah, so like 7 years ago.
Uh-huh. I need to see you play your kalimba.
I know. I need to see me do it. But I don't like doing things when I don't do it well. But then I go, oh, Dana, you don't do anything well in life. So just get on with
Stop
it. I say like one of those people that I say Dan Tipton, he knows a little bit about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being one of those people that's just like okay at a shit ton of stuff. I'm like, I'm not great, but I can build you a bookshelf.
Jack of all trades. 50%.
50%.
But like half good.
Half good. I thought you were offering me some kind of pay.
I'll give you 50% if
of
you
your
can learn
worth.
the following skills.
50% of what, sir?
You have to practice in private when no one's home, just like somebody does with a recorder.
Yeah.
But I promise you, I'd rather hear a finger harp than a child trying to play a recorder.
Jessica.
I mean,
you
know that's not a good sound unless they can figure out hot cross buns. I'm always down for that.
Stop it. Your standards are so low. You act like it's such a horrible thing, but you're like, but I'll settle for hot cross buns. Sure.
Your face is amazing.
Thank you. Oh my God. Okay, you guys. Jessica, can you tell everyone how to contact us so they can tell us better things to talk about than ourselves?
Yes. You can email us at the Rants and Raves podcast at gmail.com. You can also directly email us through our website, on Instagram and Facebook, the Rants and Raves podcast, on Twitter at Raves_the. Again, we keep saying it, but keep it rolling. Like, you guys are really making our day and our weeks.
Oh my God, it kills us.
With your comments or the things you're writing, the suggestions.
Yes.
We're going to get to that. We've gotten some amazing suggestions and feedback.
And we've had people sharing some of the charity organizations and things that we're trying to promote. Kylie's Colors had like 12 shares. That's what we want, guys. That's the important thing.
Totally.
Like, us being fools, fine, whatever. But sharing the good stuff and helping people is what we really want.
And the only way to do that is by spreading the word,
Spread the word.
I sound like an evangelical preacher when I say that. Spreading the word of the Rants and Raves podcast.
And if you buy 180-pound bucket of macaroni and cheese, you can get a second for free.
Back to our apocalyptic food rations.
Oh my God. Also, if we could ask for one thing for ourselves, just a quick rate, just a quick, if you have time to write a review, amazing, because people are so funny and kind and hilarious when they do it. But also, all it takes is a half a second to press the 5 stars.
Yeah.
I don't guess you have to give us 5 stars, but you know me, I like 5. I like, let's just pretend 5 is my favorite number. Give me my fave.
Oh my God. Give her number, people.
Give me my number. Rate, review, subscribe.
Do it. It helps keep us in the queue, and we want to keep going and again,
keep growing.
Continuing to share all the wonderful things that everybody is sending into us.
I mean, this has been, if I can just get real for a moment, I know it doesn't happen a lot, but you know, I had another show before and I loved it and it touched a lot of people, and this is a very different venture, and this has been just equally and even more exciting, and it fills my heart with joy. I just love it, and I love you made me laugh so hard.
You make me laugh.
Every time I edit, I'm like, should I just cut out some of the laughing? But we would sound like crazy people. We'd be can you It'd be like a fast food ordering that's cutting out in the middle.
At least your laugh is cute. And
No, it's...
I just have my wheezy Mugs the dog laugh, because if I laughed my usual foghorn laugh, it would
Okay, but
probably
you also
blast
have
some people's eardrums
You also
out.
have this one that makes me laugh because I can see it when I'm editing. I'm like, here comes a laugh, because you go, like the count
Like a
from
bark.
Sesame
Oh my
Street. One of these days I'm gonna edit in a one coconut before you laugh and just send it to you. Okay, should
Unreal.
we get into our rant?
Yes, let's hear your rant for this week.
Okay, so I'm going first this week.
Yep.
This rant it bugs me. I mean, it gets under my skin like a splinter, and we all know I have a sass mouth. I'm sorry, but a line butter can't handle it. If you butt in line, you are on my poop list. And I will glare at you with crazy wide eyes and a frown, the Powell scowl. And then my friends get mad at me when, like, at concerts, if I'm waiting, I was at a Blake Shelton concert waiting to take a picture with a life-size cutout of him. So real important stuff. And this girl just barrels up and gets in front of us. And I look at my friend and she goes, no. She's shaking her head no. And she mouths to me, it doesn't matter. And I mouth back, to me, it does.
Yes.
So I tap her on the shoulder and I go, oh, I'm sorry, are you with them? I didn't mean to be in your way. And she goes, oh, no. And I go, oh, you're not? Because this is a line.
Oh.
And she goes, oh, no, I was running away from this guy. He was like getting too close up on me in my personal space and I was just trying to get out of the way. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm glad you're safe. The back of the line's back there. Oh my God. I can't handle it.
I can't breathe.
I can't stand it. Don't you play victim to me to let me get in front of me. I've been waiting here.
You are amazing for saying something, because I guess this isn't so passive, but I just keep stepping in front of them or making sure that my cart is now touching them. Like, I will not play. Every time I'm given an inch, I'm going to be that inch in front of you.
Oh my God. Yeah. Can I please tell you, you know how I hate picking on people?
Yes.
But I do it anyway. And I'll apologize because I respect my elders. But an elder will butt so fast because they expect you not to say anything because they're an elder. Well, I just don't have that patience. So at Target once,
I'm sorry, I didn't see you here.
This was an elderly Hispanic lady. And I had a cart and I pulled up to the Target to the, what do you call what's the thing that moves? What do you call that? That you put your eye. Yes. Yes, the conveyor belt. We'll go with that. So I pulled my cart up and started unloading my stuff. This elderly woman and her husband race in front of me and she starts unloading her handheld basket.
Nope.
I go, no. And she looks at me and I go, I'm in line. And she says, no habla inglés. And I go, I don't care if you don't speak English. You know what no means.
Oh my.
And I loaded her stuff back in her basket. And she was,
wow,
going off on me in Spanish. And her husband was shaking his head no and trying to pull her away. And she just kept talking to me. And I said, no, sorry. You know what no means. And I just was shaking my head no. I can't handle it.
Oh my God. When in doubt, keep it simple. Speak to someone like you would a 3-year-old.
No. You know what no means. No is universal. Especially with a finger wag.
It is true. I will say, when there's a language barrier, we all do know expression, right? You know if someone's smiling, you know if someone looks angry, if they're sad. Even if you don't speak the same language, you know when, no pun intended.
She knew she wasn't next in line. I already had stuff up on the belt.
That's
and she
amazing.
thought she would just get in there and I'd be like, what?
I am picturing you repacking her basket.
Oh, big time. And guess what?
So
I didn't do it with thoughtfulness. I just threw it in there. It was like Q-tips and stuff.
You put a bottle of laundry detergent on top of soft white bread.
I wouldn't have cared. She just didn't have any bread. And her husband, she wanted to keep going at me. And her husband was like, no. And I was like, my husband ain't here. I can do what I want.
Oh, my word.
Dan Tipton did get mad at me at the airport once because an elderly man butted in front of us in security line. And I was like, no. And Dan goes, Dana, he's elderly. It's not that big a deal. It's one person. I go, he knows what he's doing and he knows exactly you were going to say that.
Your face.
I was so mad. I was like, this is a plan. He is duping people and I'm not that dumb.
Oh, that is...
But you know what, Jessica? Let's be honest. When I'm old, I will do that to everyone.
Button line?
I will. You know I will.
No, Dana.
No, Dana. You know what no means. It's not appropriate. Somebody has spent time waiting there. You're no better than anyone else.
No, it's rude. And I always hate how people try to act like they aren't aware, especially if you're like going into a big a concert or a sporting event or whatever, and people filing in. But there's people that aren't just filing in. They decided they can't wait like everybody else. And they just walk up like, you have to know what you're doing.
They deserve to be there more than me? Mm-hmm. No. I have been waiting in this line to take a picture with cutout Blake Shelton for 20 minutes. And guess what? I got my GD Bass Pro lanyard and I was happy about it.
Unbelievable. I hope that you clipped a picture of you with the cutout to the lanyard.
No.
Oh.
I should have.
Why the cutout? Why not reach for the stars and try to get a picture with him?
Oh.
I know that's...
Because I've told you, the security won't let you near people like that unless you're pretty.
Stop it. Blake, if you're out there.
Oh, Blakey.
The next time you're in LA, I think you live in LA now, but can you take a picture with Dana?
Oh, please. I went to an iHeartRadio concert of his one time and we were like 6 feet away from him. He sang Austin, which is like a classic of his. Yes, if this is Austin, I still love you. And when he got to I Still Love You, he made eye contact with me.
Did you cry?
I almost did. I grabbed my friend Candace and I go, he looked at me! He looked at me!
Again, if people could see you right now...
I'm like a crazy little chihuahua.
I love it.
I love me some Blake Shelton. I can't help it.
And that's really, hey, you had a moment.
That's really what, Jessica? You didn't finish your sentence.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I like that you had that moment.
Listen, if I'm a fan of yours, you don't even have to be famous. If I'm a fan, I'm hardcore. I'm a Jessica Young fan.
I'm a Dana Powell fan.
Well, glad we got that out.
I just keep things under wraps because when I unleash, it's kind of overwhelming for people.
I'm also a big fan of your dad, but I think we all know that now.
Well, he's a big fan of yours, hence our text exchange this morning.
It's a mutual admiration society.
Oh, it's hilarious. I love that, I'm going to tack onto this for a second.
Okay.
My dad also, I think I shared this text with you, said, I can't believe Dana doesn't know what Kimberly Clark is, the maker of Kleenex, the brand Kleenex.
Is that true?
Yes. So I have to tell you that this is how I awoke this morning, and I love it so much because these people are on the East Coast. My dad sent me that, and then a listener who happens to be my cousin, who is an orthodontist in Canada, she said, I'm listening to the podcast on my way to work and walked into my office and I'm crying. She attached a picture.
Stop it.
She's an orthodontist. Remember the communal towel, the communal shared object in the dentist office? And I said he couldn't spring for a Kimberly Clark Seafold dispenser.
And I was like, what's that?
You need to see the picture that's in her office.
Oh my God. It literally is printed clearly on the dispenser, Kimberly Clark.
Yeah.
Also, why do you know it's a Seafold? I don't understand you.
That is what they're called.
Don't grit your teeth at me.
Admittedly, I don't know why it's a C fold. It should almost be like an S fold. It's like 3-part fold so that...
But the bottom one's teeny tiny fold.
No. They're uniformly folded in 3 spots so that when they come out of the dispenser, they pull out.
No. I've never seen someone so serious about paper towels.
Because I can't deal with it. First of all, before she even told me she listened to the pod, she just knew I would know. She sent the picture of the dispenser and it says, for Dana, with crying emojis. I said, as a doctor, it's unfathomable, yes? And she said, yes. And she said, I can't even deal. They have that at my hot yoga studio. It's so nasty.
Just making a little bit of a public service announcement. If you are triggered by gagging noises, you may want to skip ahead 30 seconds. But if you're tough and you can stick it out, No worries, Dan Tipton comes to the rescue. This is my kalimba that I don't know how to play yet. End of message.
Ew.
So I asked her the next time she's at
She
hot
has
yoga
to take a
to send a picture.
Oh my God, that makes me. Oh God.
of their shared towel.
Legit, I have saliva. We might have to pop. Oh God.
It's really not okay.
Oh God, that is a towel full of all kinds of people. I got pause.
Some time passed and I puked.
Damn it.
His laugh is the best thing ever.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is great.
Oh.
I was trying my best to be quiet. Also, I heard.
I thought you were gonna vomit like green slime, like Reese Witherspoon in Big Little Lies.
Oh God.
We'll stop talking about it.
Okay.
Dan, have you ever heard of the company Kimberly Clark?
Kimberly Clark? That sounds familiar to me.
Jessica.
Well, that's why. You know why? Because she told me about it.
Well, it's a C-fold, so. Okay, whatever.
I am.
Thanks for the puke bucket, Dan Tipton.
Absolutely amazing. My stomach hurt, but that might be one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I was fucking crying.
Okay. Okay. So at hot yoga, I'm cool now. I'm prepared.
I don't know why it's called a C fold. It should be called an S fold. It's like a perfect fold on itself 3 times, like a pamphlet or a brochure that you open up.
Okay, but
And the name, if you were to order it through a company, is called C-Fold Towels.
okay, but your orthodontist cousin goes to hot yoga, and there's a shared communal towel.
Yes.
Why? That should be illegal. That's a health hazard.
I don't know.
Your cousin made me vomit.
Seriously, you guys just really missed it. It was something else. I thought she was joking because I do that all the time. If I think something's gross, I go, ugh, and I make like a very obvious fake gag noise.
Yeah.
But that was real.
No, it led to expulsion.
That was like The Exorcist. Like, that was really letting it out.
She needs to stop going there.
I know. I'm sure she brings her own towel and
I don't
just
care.
shakes her hands off dry because she.
No, my girlfriend said when
agrees
she
with how
goes, when you
disgusting.
walk out, the carpet, you hear from
What?
everybody's sweat when you walk out
Stop.
on the carpet
On the carpet.
or on the hardwood, like there's puddles.
Okay, because I was going to say there
But
does not
she
need
went to
be
one place that
carpet.
had carpet
That's
for sure.
Revolt.
Can you imagine the smell?
Nope.
I would rather
A
walk through
locker
a
room
tunnel.
stinks, and that's made
It's
of
awful.
concrete.
It's awful. I'd rather walk
Ew.
through a tunnel of elephant poop.
Which can be recycled into paper.
Shut up,
Swear.
Jessica. You're the only person in the world that knows that.
One of the more horrifying things that I saw at a trade show over the years.
Elephant poop paper?
Yep.
Wow. Well, people
Totally eco-friendly. You're like looking at it and it looks
Yeah.
like that. And, you know, when you
biodegradable?
Yeah, you see like natural paper with a lot of pulp, like legit handmade paper. And I was like, this is really cool. He's like, yep, 100% elephant dung. I'm like,
You drop it immediately. Well, people drink that poop tea.
what?
There's some kind of poop tea. What animal is it that eats these berries or seeds and it poops
The
and
goat,
they turn it
the
into...
Caldi goats that eat coffee beans and then shart them out.
I didn't think it was a goat. Maybe there's more than one poop tea.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't have a poop tea. You
No,
know I have
thank
issues
you.
with poop anyway. I don't even like farts.
Yeah, I don't like tea, period. So
not the
you just
point.
really threw a kink in the chain.
Whoa, we really
is
got
so gross.
we really got off track.
We did.
All it takes is one person to vomit and you're off the rails. Do you ever wonder what my little lizard thinks of us?
Yes,
She
she's
sleeps,
hiding.
She sleeps during the day and she's like, oh God.
I picture that her little hands are over her ear holes right
yeah.
now. And she's just like, ay. Enough
When are they
already.
going to be? How many episodes are they recording today?
My tank is shaking.
Oh, I do have one more small little
please.
rant. It's so bad I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I feel like I cannot not say it, right?
I think you have to.
Okay. This is going to be quick, I promise. I cannot handle wasting much time on it, but the new thing, I guess, on the Paris runways this spring, janties.
Stop it.
Janties?
You sent me a picture of it and it is the most ridiculous.
Spring Summer 2019 women's wear. Janties? Does this mean women are going to be getting camel toe?
No.
2 words, denim panties. So this company, Sense, but SSENSE, already I'm mad at you, has made, it says they show you 5 ways to take your Canadian tuxedo to the next level. Now, what in the world is a Canadian tuxedo? What?
Go on.
Does it look like panties?
No, a Canadian tuxedo is what you call if someone's wearing a jean jacket with jeans.
Is that real?
It's called a Canadian tuxedo.
I've never heard that. I thought that was reserved for Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake. Remember when they had those couple matching denim outfits?
They wore Canadian tuxedos.
Oh my God.
But Canadians wouldn't wear the embellishment. Hers were like cut out with lace. His was like probably had like lots of cargo
He had a
pockets.
hat, like a denim cowboy hat.
It would be like people in Calgary, like where they do the Calgary Stampede, like a cowboy with his Levi's and then a jean jacket with a Sherpa lining.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently people want us to wear janties. I don't know if you've noticed anyway, all of the children, all of the youth are wearing shorts or things, the females, that are just cut like panties.
Yes.
They have no legs to them. They're just panties. So that's what these are, except they're jeans. As it is, jeans are not always the most comfortable anyway, unless you do like me and get like the stretchy kind that are basically old
jeggings.
I mean, they're literally our generation's version of elastic waist polyester pants. But these are cut like high-waisted, or what do you call those high-cut briefs?
I don't know, but it looks like the bottom of a Rockettes costume.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's got the button and the loops and it's hideous.
Mm-hmm.
It literally made me so angry. I sent it to you. I sent it to Dan Tipton. And I sent it to both my sisters and my best friend. And then now I'm talking about it again. I feel like janties, when I'm dying, I'm going to lay on my deathbed and go, why'd I spend 20 minutes on janties?
Wait until you see the picture, people.
Oh, we have to post it. It's disgusting.
It's not okay.
No.
And it's also a style that literally only looks good on someone with someone like a body like Kendall Jenner or something.
Yes.
Like a supermodel who could throw on a potato sack and no matter what, it's attractive.
It's just not right. First of all,
it's so
nobody
ugly.
wants to see me wearing panties in public anyway. And then make them like a stiff denim diaper.
I cannot. With, by the way, a pressed button-up white Oxford shirt tucked into it.
Well, it's a casual Friday at the office.
Yeah. What my mother would call a smart look.
Yeah, smart. Also, I'm angry that somebody already beat right off the bat got camel toe.
That is so gross. And it doesn't even work because I don't know where the M is coming. Oh, I guess they're just using the
camel
jaw from Janty.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
Jessica, do I have to explain humor to you? You're like, it wasn't that funny, Dana. It's also not good for your crotch.
Okay.
It's got health repercussions.
You've got to let it breathe.
Thank you. Speaking of breathing. I think a cleansing breath is really overdue. Okay, are we ready for a cleansing breath?
We are.
If you're in a car alone, if you're in a grocery store, maybe don't scream, just breathe. But if you're in a
waiting
car,
on your laundry to dry.
Yeah, scream it out, breathe it out, whatever. We just got real upset. I just puked. Let's take a breath and hope that nothing comes out of my mouth. And oh, that actually did feel good. My body got real tensed up when I was gagging.
It's amazing.
Oh my God. Jessica, we have some good corners this week.
We do.
Okay, should we start off with Hollywood? Hollywood. Jessica and I live in Los Angeles and we're in the entertainment industry, so occasionally we have
Celebrity Corner. So you may or may not know, I don't know if I've talked about it before, but I am more than mildly obsessed with the Rocky franchise.
Yeah, you got upset with me because I was like, no, I'm a Rambo girl.
Oh, yes.
You were that you didn't accept that.
Because it surprised me.
Yeah.
Only Rockies 1 through 4. I cannot handle Rocky 5 or anything that came after that. 1 through 4. 4 is the one with Ivan Drago, Dolph Lundgren. So hot. So when I was in Philadelphia a couple of weeks ago, I had to go see the whole Rocky memorial, if you will. They have like a giant bronze, larger than life sculpture of him, which of course I took my picture with. And then the famed Rocky steps that he runs up when he's training back in Philly in the earlier days of Rocky.
His gray sweatshirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I know.
So I lightly jogged up the stairs.
I love it. You have to post the video.
I will.
It's so good.
I jogged up the stairs, and then you get to the top and you can plant your feet exactly where he was. Also, like, they have his footprints in bronze. It's
Love
really
it.
cool. It's at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. This amazing, gorgeous building that was designed by the first African-American graduate of the School of Architecture in Philadelphia.
Cool.
And the building, it's 3 buildings. It's spectacular. Again, that whole setup is amazing. So if you're a Rocky fan, go live that dream. It's so well worth it. It's
Go live that dream.
It was just a delight and not like a cheesy touristy thing. It was really cool. I can't recommend it enough. So that also led me to think of a celebrity encounter that my husband had.
Why does Alan have it? He got coochied
He did by Charo.
by Charo. He's
He
a
did-
celebrity magnet, that guy.
It's kind of amazing, right? And he's like unawares to it just because he's like a chill, normal, down to earth guy, right? So this is kind of my 6 degrees of separation from Stallone.
Yeah,
in
which everybody
general.
thinks about quite a bit.
They might. I know at least one listener does. Shout out to Mark in Lodi, another equally huge Rocky fan. So my husband's really into archery. He goes to the archery range a lot.
Yeah, I
and
love that.
He like fletches his own arrows. He strings
Excuse
his
me?
bow.
Fletches them.
I think that's
I
what it's
think you mean
called.
catches them.
No, he glues the feathers onto, like, he buys arrow shafts
Oh
and
my
then you buy the
God.
feathers loose and he has special glue and clamps. It's really cute. I walked in one day and he had kind of taken over our dining table and looked up sheepishly and I was like, oh, I love that you're doing that.
Oh my God, that's so manly.
I know.
Yeah.
It's really
You're married
hot.
to a regular fucking Robin Hood over there.
He really is. I feel sad because he doesn't know people that are into archery like he is.
There's an archery place over here by my house.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the range that he goes to most of
cool.
the time. And that's where he met one of the Stallones, and it wasn't Sylvester.
And it wasn't the crazy mom.
Oh, yes. So he's standing there, and, you know, he'll talk to people when they're there. People, you know, shoot the shit together.
Yeah.
So he and this guy are like shooting next to each other and they're talking and the guy's like, yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm usually used to using a compound bow instead of a recurve.
Right.
Recurve is like the Robin Hood bow that we're thinking of.
Okay.
He started talking and he never said his name or anything like that at first. And he said, oh, you know, I'm a musician and da da da. And the whole time Alan's saying, I keep staring at this guy and I know him, but I don't know where I know him and why he looks so familiar. And he had on like dark aviators, so
Yeah.
he couldn't fully see his eyes, but he saw the shape of his face and everything. And then he leans over and goes, hey, I'm Frank. It still doesn't click.
It still didn't click?
No. And then he showed Alan his bow because Alan's like, oh, that's a really beautiful bow. He goes, oh, would you like to see it? And Alan holds it and it says, you know, like people who make custom stuff will do like a special tag or insignia on it. And it said custom made for Frank Stallone.
Oh my God.
And he was like, OMG. And he came home and told me, and I'm like, he told you he's a musician. He plays at Vitello's in Studio City all the time.
Does
We
he
gotta
really?
go. Yes. Which leads me to another degree of separation from the Stallones.
Oh my God.
He plays music at Vitello's.
And you eat there. Got it.
No. No. He was a musician in Staying Alive, the sequel to Saturday Night Fever with John Travolta.
Yes.
Please tell me you know what I'm talking
Of
about.
course I do.
Travolta never looked hotter, and he's a Broadway dancer.
Issues. I have issues with Travolta.
So do I.
But can I tell you why? There's a million reasons to have issues with Travolta, but the thing that I can't tell if I'm horrified by, I don't know what it is. I cannot stop watching that Instagram video that goes around all the time of him and Jamie Lee Curtis pumping their pelvises.
Oh, from Perfect.
Is that what it's? I don't know.
Yes.
It's awful.
The aerobics movie of
Yes.
the early 80s.
And he keeps like biting his lip and pumping.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes me mad. And I don't like Jamie Lee Curtis doing it in her high cut leotard. I can't stand it. And yet I can't stop watching. His control of his pelvis is impressive.
It's ridiculous. And that scene goes on for a very long time.
Way too long. There's
it's one
lip
thing.
licking, there's smiling, there's white lady bottom lip biting. I can't handle it.
Hilarious. If you people do not know,
You have to
what we're
find
talking
it.
about, it's not like
It's
it pans
everywhere.
over to a crotch. It is a good 5 minutes
Of
at
just
least.
pelvis pumping and
Yep.
smiling. It's so weird. But Frank Stallone was in that?
Frank Stallone is in Staying Alive.
Oh, Staying Alive.
So just to give you a little background.
Ugh, I need a map. I need a flow chart.
Sean Travolta is auditioning to be, Tony Manero is now trying out for Broadway. He's auditioning to be a dancer. Sylvester Stallone directed this movie, first of all. A lot of people don't know that.
A lot of people don't know he's also a prolific writer.
Yes.
Yes, he's written tons of movies and people
Very
don't know
much
it.
so. He's
Yeah.
super talented.
Very.
Travolta is dating, now I lose her name, Cynthia. I can't think of her last
Nixon.
name. No. She was married to Richard Marx, and she played Penny, the one who gets in, quote, trouble in Dirty Dancing that Jerry Orbach helps.
Yes.
Cynthia
She was married-
Rhodes,
Oh, okay. And she was married to
Richard Marx,
which is
an 80s singer.
yes, I think that was my 8th grade graduation song.
For real?
Was it Hold On to the Night? No.
Yes, he did Hold On to the
Hold
Night.
on to the night.
He also did Should've Known Better Than to Fall in Love with You.
Ooh, your shoulder movement. Jessica's got some trained shoulders.
From watching things like Perfect and Staying Alive.
Oh, good.
I own
Who
it.
needs
I will
school?
lend it to you.
Who needs college?
Stallone, Frank Stallone.
Frank, yeah.
Plays in the band that Cynthia Rhodes sings in. Like, she's a dancer too, but everybody's got to make a living. So, like, she moonlights as a singer and, like, lounges in bars.
Oh, cool.
So, if you want to get your Frank Stallone fill, watch Staying Alive. Go to Vitello's. They've got a whole
See
lineup
him
of people coming in and out.
Also, Frank Stallone does a lot of comedy yaks on True TV. Did you know
Really?
that? It's one of those shows that's like Dumbest Idiots of 2019
I was
or
on
something.
it.
I'm so jealous. I've always wanted to be on one of those. He's a regular talker
is?
on one of those with Tanya Harding and some other comedians. Yeah. He's
Oh,
funny.
I got to check that
He's
out.
funny.
It's one of the few channels Spectrum hasn't taken away from our cable.
Calm down.
We just keep paying more and getting less and less.
Well, and also, did you know Disney is getting ready to take everything off of everywhere and start their own streaming network?
No.
It's going,
Including
everything is
ABC?
going, yeah, I think so.
Well, now CBS is doing regular programming. So there is now, I don't remember what show my friend was watching, but I'm like, oh, what is that on? Because there's a million things and a million networks and streaming channels. He goes, oh, it's on CBS, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what is that? It's a new separate thing for
From
their
CB.
original content.
Oh,
So
God, I can't keep
even
track.
if you have on demand or you have CBS, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's so weird.
It's how many networks can we all subscribe to?
We can't. That's the thing. It's going to burst at some point, and we're all going
It
to be
is
like, I'm
because
just
they're
gonna
all you have to pay. You
Yeah.
can't pay for. A lot of people said, fine, I'll get rid of regular cable and I'll pay for Hulu and Netflix, or
Right.
something like that.
I think we should all just start carving comics on stone and just go back to the original cave age for entertainment.
For real.
You know that it's an urban legend myth about Stallone?
No.
You don't?
No.
So just a warning, guys, sensitive content ahead.
Oh no.
So within Hollywood, there's an urban myth that, and who knows if you can even prove it. It could have been like the Richard Gere gerbil thing.
I can't.
You know, so I'm not saying this is truth. I'm just repeating a rumor. That he was working on a movie, and I guess he was kind of known for flirting with background and actresses and stuff, right? And so obviously people may not know this, but when you're working on a movie or a film and you're mic'd up, when I go to the bathroom, I'll turn that mic off. I don't want them to hear me pee, or if I want to talk bad about somebody.
Like Leslie Nielsen in The Naked Gun.
Yes. Or like, have you ever seen that video of it's a city council meeting and this lady's
Yes.
talking and the one guy gets up, the council member gets up and everybody hears him go pee and flush the toilet?
Yep.
Yeah, so that really happens. So with Stallone, the story is he was mic'd up and he was getting a BJ from
What?
a girl. And he just goes, I can't do a good Stallone. Do a Stallone so I can impersonate it. He said, yeah, cut my balls.
What?
Yeah, he asked her to cup his balls while she blew him.
I cannot. Nope.
This is NC-17 rated.
And people heard. The
And
whole
people
crew
could
heard
hear it. They were all listening to him get a BJ and asking her. He kept going, yeah,
no.
yeah, cup them balls, cup my balls.
No. Stop it.
Da, 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 da.
Unreal.
Well, for our next corner, do you want to do your weirdo of the week?
Weird. You're so very weird. Why must you bring your weirdness here?
Jessica, I don't even know if that's really what you sang the first time.
It is.
I'm going to go back and listen. Because you told me you were going to sing the song because I said,
That is
I don't
the
know
song.
if there's a song.
You made me make it up on the spot. I have
And
a
I said you'll
photographic
never
memory,
remember it.
And I remembered it.
Don't roll your eyes at me. Oh my God, I just heard him hit the back of your skull.
Oh, that's so good. I promise that is what it is. You will be shocked and then you'll be like, I eat my hat.
No, I'll be shocked and I'll never mention it to you again.
So, weirdo of the week. Why is it always in Walmart, you guys?
I mean, 99.97% of the time.
Many times.
Yeah, and if it's not there, it's Florida.
I mean,
or a Walmart in Florida.
Oh, that is the double whammy. So we were laughing earlier talking about, I think we brought it up maybe in our first podcast, but the woman riding around on a rascal drinking wine
Out of the Pringles can.
I mean,
the as Dumb People Town said, Pringle Grigio.
That's so gross. That's such a perfect.
So good. That's a great podcast, by the way, guys. If you're looking for some fun, Dumb People Town, the Sklar brothers and Daniel Van Kirk.
They're hilarious.
They're so great.
So this is the title. Mom and son arrested at Walmart for doing karate, stripping down.
Wait.
So if that's not clickbait, I don't know what is. I had to open that.
Of course you did, because how do you get arrested for doing karate and why are you doing it at Walmart?
I mean, they both...
Before you even get to stripping.
I hope they did the karate naked. I hope it happened in reverse
horrible
order.
Visual.
Strip, then karate chop.
Such a jiggly visual.
It's so gross. Okay, look at the picture of them.
I mean, I legit said to you, did they get in a fight with a wall?
The mom has like 2 black eyes. The son's nose is so red. He
looks like Rudolph.
He does.
Yeah.
He looks like a cartoon. They both look like they do meth together. Benny Van and mom Lisa Smith were arrested at a Wisconsin Walmart. I'm going to read you different clips from the Eau Claire Police Department.
Oh, can't wait.
Last night, shortly before 8:30 p.m., officers were called to a Walmart for a retail theft in progress.
Early?
They were told a female and her dog had shoplifted items from the store.
Stop it.
As Milwaukee's TMJ4 reports, Lisa Smith, 46. Sorry, she looks like she's 85.
Mm-hmm.
If that woman is 46, then I'm 2 years old because I cannot deal with that. And her 25-year-old son went to Walmart on Wednesday with Smith's dog, Bo. Bo wasn't on a leash and reportedly caused some distress by running around the store. After trying to catch the dog and pulling apart store displays, Smith was asked to leave the Walmart. Smith didn't vacate the store's premises entirely, though. Instead, she decided to practice some karate in the store parking lot. It wasn't just shadow boxing either. The woman allegedly tried to kick a window of a police vehicle in the lot.
Oh my God.
Van, that's the son, meanwhile, allegedly stripped down inside the Walmart and tried to put on new clothes that the store was selling. When officers approached him, he refused to stop and attempted to run over an officer with his scooter.
Stop it.
I'm sure it was another rascal.
Why? He's
the preferred
25.
vehicle.
He's 25.
Have you ever seen the episode of King of the Hill where Bobby rides around in a
I
rascal?
love that show,
Oh,
though.
God. You need to look up the one where Bobby's in a rascal.
Okay, well, I
think
promise.
it's because he has gout in his foot. You need to see it. Van was arrested for lewd and lascivious behavior, disorderly conduct, and retail theft, while his mom was arrested for disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and misdemeanor bail jumping.
Wow.
I mean...
So she had already been arrested for something and was on bail.
Yep, and her dog was without a leash, and the dog apparently grabbed a box of Jiffy corn muffin mix, but the police joked wasn't charged with theft.
Boo.
I can't.
I don't accept that joke.
These people...
That's, you know what? That's bad parenting. That poor doggy doesn't know. That's his environment.
No. And what is wrong with a grown woman with a grown adult child
Son.
who are clearly, you don't just act. I mean, yes, some people are just crazy. I'm not saying they're always inebriated. Those people look like they have been doing meth for a long time.
You don't walk into a store and go, I want new clothes. Therefore, I will take all my clothes off and put the new clothes on.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
at least
something.
go in a fitting room.
Yep, that's the problem. You're right. That's the only issue. Are you one of those people that will put clothes on over your clothes?
No.
I'm not either.
And it makes me mad when I'm with a friend that's shopping. So I'm like, you don't know if that fits you or not. I mean, maybe if you're wearing a fitted t-shirt and you're just trying on a sweatshirt.
I think skinny people can do it, but not me.
I can't.
I got to see what it looks like from behind. I mean,
I got to take it all the way down and off and put it on.
Absolutely. I don't need extra layers. I'm not a layerer because I'm already thick enough.
Stop it.
And I'm built like a glowworm. I got to see how these clothes are going to lay on each segment of my body.
I agree. And you know what? For half my life, I wouldn't ever go out to what I call the runway, like the 3-fold mirror, the giant mirrors at the end of the fitting room. I'm like, I don't need people to see me. I don't need that sales associate trying to sell me on something or make me feel weird. But then I had like a moment of realization. We should do it. I'm like, oh, if I'm too embarrassed to step outside of this door to look at myself in a mirror, how am I going to wear this out in public?
You know what I also do though, when they come to your door and go, how are you doing? Do you need any different sizes? I mean, usually I do. I won't admit it to you. I'll go, nope, everything's perfect. And then I'll sneak out and get my own different size.
I do that sometimes too, and I'm like half clothed, and that's fine. But sometimes like there'll be somebody's husband or boyfriend in the store, and I'm like, oh God.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to walk out half clothed.
Well, I'll wear like if it's like a tunic or something, and then I look like Wee Willie Winkie running across.
Who's Wee Wee?
You know, he wore the nightshirt and the sleeping cap.
No.
With a tassel on the end.
No, he's not real.
What?
You made him up.
I have one of those Wee Willie Winkie outfits from my childhood.
Don't say that like everyone knows what it is.
I can't believe that you don't know what it is.
How would anyone know what Wee Willie Winkie is?
Wee Willie Winkie.
So, tiny penis flirter.
Oh my God.
I can't.
The segue from a sleeping shirt to a mini ween. Really? Really where it's at.
I think that brings us to our next segment, which is Jessica.
Yes.
Okay, did somebody call you sir again?
Yeah, we're gonna, I mean, I don't know that it'll ever stop.
It's never gonna stop.
I'm sorry for anyone that's tired of hearing my man-capades.
Stop it.
Yes, twice. And again, it happened in the company of other people so they could experience it. This happened last week. We were taking an Uber. It was a group of friends. I was in the back of the Uber. We're all talking. I always seem the one that talks to the driver more than anybody. We're getting out. Most people just get out. Like the one friend says, thank you. And then everybody just exits silently.
Yeah.
I said, thank you so much. You have a great night. We really appreciate it. Because we got like kind of lost. We were kind of off the beaten path.
Yeah.
And he said, thank you, sir. Take care.
You said, sir.
Mm-hmm.
What were you wearing?
A dress. I had been at a wedding.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Do you ever say my preferred pronoun is?
He was like touched that I thought, thank you.
I'm sure
sir.
he really.
Take care.
I'm sure it really was nice for him.
I choked as I slammed his door. Another thing that happened simultaneously, right before the end of this Uber ride, we were in the car and we were like all group texting, communicating between other people. And it was just getting too crazy and people's responses weren't coming in timely enough. So I just randomly called one of the people who I had met during that weekend. Mm-hmm. And she's talking. We had all saved each other's numbers. So I'm assuming my name came up when the call came in. And I'm like saying, no, we're not going there. It got changed. We're going to the other restaurant and whatever. And everybody in her car is yelling. And finally she says, stop it. He said it's closed. She kept saying, he said da-di-da. Well, I was the he on the other end of the phone. He said it was closed.
Mr. Jessica Young. I mean, your voices.
deep.
It's deep, but it's lovely. You're very feminine too. It's not like
Thanks.
you walk around like a fucking
When I
lumberjack.
try to be, I do. Let's be frank. I will post a picture of what I look like on the daily, and then one of me with my, it looks like I was on Extreme Makeover, whatever that show was called.
Oh, by the way, your hair looked beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes.
Because I straightened it.
Yeah, that's probably hard. You have very curly hair.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of curly hair, another quick aside. I am ecstatic. Thank you to everybody who wrote into us about the hair products.
I knew our people would help you. I knew they would.
It's kind of nuts. Like I told Dana, I'm like, I mean, I was hoping maybe one person would, but a lot of people commented or sent in pictures or specific brands. A few people sent the exact instructions they take. One lady was like, I'm a hairstylist, and girl, trust me, all my curly girls use this.
I love it.
I'm going to try them over time.
Yes.
And we'll let everybody know, but it seems the consensus from the majority of people, Diva Curl.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. I've seen Diva Curl before.
I've seen it and I've never bought it, but more than half the people, that was they're like that's my go-to. And the hairdresser said that.
Are you going to try it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to, right?
Maybe they'll sponsor us.
I don't have curly hair. Maybe they'll sponsor you.
What if we find like a henna company or something to bring out the natural red?
Okay.
Seriously.
And Diva Curl will be like, our favorite dude, Jessica Young.
Oh my God.
I can't wait to see your beautiful, lovely locks.
I wonder if you tried Diva Curl, if it would give you some curl.
Oh, I wonder. I'll tell you, I have natural like wave, but
You
it
do?
does. Yes,
Your hair
but
looks
it's not
so silky and smooth.
It's not pretty. It's like jank wave. It's partial wave.
That's
it's not
what I have.
No, you have curls.
But like half of it is kind of straight and whatever.
How interesting is this as we talk about our hair? Should we move on to something more interesting, like our raves?
Yes.
I've got a really good one this week, I think. Not that I don't have. I'm like, usually they suck.
But this week, it's great.
This week, it's different. No, this one is a little bit different than what we usually do. It's a story I want to share. And it's pretty, it's sensitive, I guess, because to get serious for a moment, it's about suicide. But it's this wonderful article from the Good News Network. Yeah. It was written by McKinley Corbley. The title is 12 Middle School Boys Are Being Hailed for Talking Woman Out of Taking Her Own Life. Oh. These middle school students are being hailed as heroes after they helped talk a woman out of committing suicide last week. The 12 young heroes, all of whom are members of the boys volleyball team from Kepler Neighborhood School in Fresno, California, had been jogging through the streets for their training when they saw the woman climb over the edge of a bridge. Had she let go, she would have fallen 100 feet onto the train tracks below. But luckily, the boys took action. The team members ran to their coach, Elliot Murray, yelling for him to call 911. When he saw the woman hanging from the bridge, he told the boys to run back and do everything in their power to keep her from jumping. I immediately told the kids, do everything you can, chant, say stop, your life is worth it. And they just kept on chanting, Murray told WPVI. Sure enough, the boys spent the next 10 minutes with the 47-year-old woman yelling words of encouragement and urging her to climb up from the ledge. Upon hearing their compassionate chants, the woman finally crossed back over to safety just before police officers arrived on the scene. The woman was then assigned to a 72-hour mental health evaluation, and though her current circumstances and condition are unknown, Murray is positive that his team members were the reason why she felt compelled to step back from the ledge. And there's a video, and actually I'm going to play part of the video because to hear this coach talk, and also these children, they got them counselors to speak with them because it was traumatic for them as well. But if you don't mind, I'm going to play a little bit of this.
The members of the Kepler School boys volleyball team were working out, jogging over the Tuolumne Street Bridge when they saw a woman climb over the edge of the Stanislaus Bridge about 50 yards away.
She was like one hand and feet hanging already.
They ran to tell their coach, Elliot Murray.
They told me there was a lady trying to jump off the bridge. All 12 of them screaming, call 911, call 911.
Murray saw the woman dangling from the bridge directly over the railroad tracks. He called 911 and told the boys to go back and yell at the woman.
I immediately told the kids, do everything you can. Chant, say stop, your life is worth it, and they just kept on chanting.
We were up there for like 10 minutes trying to distract her.
What were you saying to her?
We were like, stop and stuff, like, it's not worth it.
The woman managed to pull herself up to safety, and police arrived.
We contacted her, found out that she was actually trying to commit suicide, and the officer placed her on a mental health evaluation hold for 72 hours to be evaluated by mental health workers.
Coach Murray believes if not for the boys on his team, she would have let go.
By hearing those kids, and she took a glance and seen those kids, it registered to her, I can't do this in front of them. By kids chanting, stop, 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 don't do that, your life is worth it. She made it back to the top.
Do you feel like you helped save her life?
Yeah, I would feel that way. Yeah, I would feel that way. I feel like we distracted her long enough.
We don't know why the woman wanted to jump or if the boys' efforts stopped her, but it was an emotional event in their young lives.
It's crazy. Very traumatizing. I never seen nothing like this in my life.
Now, the boys did meet with a psychologist at the school to talk things over. The woman was placed on a mental health hold, and she is in a facility right now. Reporting live from downtown Fresno, Gene Higginson, ABC 30 Action News.
Just such a touching story. And if you guys, maybe we'll put a link to the video in our show notes. The coach, he's just amazing. His shirt says, "Our voice can change the world."
Oh.
It gives me tingles. It makes me want to cry because clearly this woman was at rock bottom, you know, and I hate that those children had to witness it.
Right.
But at the same time, they did something really special. They made a difference. And I hope that they're at a really tough age.
Yep.
They're 12, you know, and I hope that if they feel they're at rock bottom, they'll remember this and be able to use it for good and say, it's not worth it. My life is worth more. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Not everybody has felt suicidal. And I guess I don't know if I've ever even really felt that low. You know, I've definitely had times in my life where I'm like, ugh, nothing is going right. This isn't worth it. But
You may not want to get out of bed, but you've never thought
exactly. But it's a real serious problem. And I love that.
I've lost quite a few people.
Have you?
From that. I don't know if you have. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's such
terrible.
a shame because I've talked about this before. I used to be that person that was like, that's the most selfish thing you could ever do. And it's taken me several years. I think it was with Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain and reading lots of articles about that and coming to the realization that they think they're doing what is best for everyone around them. They think people's lives they are a burden. People's lives will be better without them. Like, my heart just goes out to people who are feeling that way. So I guess it's a rave that I love that these children and that coach made such a difference. And it's also like, if somebody's out there not feeling good, man, just give it another day, give it another hour, reach out to somebody that loves you, reach out to us for God's sake.
Exactly.
Look in our show notes. We're going to put the suicide hotline.
There's so many amazing, there's national ones, and then a lot of cities have local programs.
There's things you can do via text. You know, the suicide hotline now, you can chat with them online.
And they're incredible. They're incredible.
So well trained.
There's nothing they haven't heard before.
Exactly. And there's no shame in saying, hey, this is where I'm at and I need some help.
And another thing that I think is really beautiful about this story is it's a real testament to these kids' parents and or their teachers and coaches.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
For making them take pause, and instead of, like, a lot of times we get scared of bad situations and we want to walk away.
Okay, all right, kids, go inside. And this coach said, go stop her. And they did.
And they did that instead of what most of the time happens nowadays during any kind of tragedy or catastrophe. People just start filming pictures.
I know.
And that wasn't what this was about.
No.
It was to try to
and these kids didn't
hopefully save someone, and they did.
And they did. They made a difference. Had they not been there, she was already hanging over Jessica.
Yeah.
She was already hanging. Anyway, I hope I didn't bring everybody down. I actually think it's really beautiful.
It's never going to be a topic that doesn't need to be discussed.
And it's important to discuss it. Yeah. There's so much shame and secrecy around mental health issues and struggles.
Which is ridiculous, because who hasn't struggled with something or have someone very close to them, at the very least, suffer from depression. If not another condition. And
self-harm.
Yep.
And self-harm isn't always just physical. It's also verbal abuse. And what the voices in our heads say to us. You know, we see ourselves through, I always say to my friends or to myself, I see myself through Dana colored glasses, or you see yourself through Jessica colored glasses.
Absolutely.
Nobody else sees us that way.
Right.
You know, we're so mean to ourselves.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just was so proud of those boys.
No, I love it. That's a beautiful story.
Such a great testament to their coach.
Yeah.
He was proud of them too. And they did get the children, counseling afterwards, which is wonderful.
Absolutely.
So that's my rave for the week.
I love it.
What's your rave, Jessica?
Well, seems a little disappointing.
It's really not. It just sounds funny because that was so heavy.
Story. Hilarious. This is a company that I found while reading my latest issue of Real Simple magazine.
Mm-hmm. Always in your bag.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it is called TerraCycle. Terra, like the earth.
Oh, okay.
And this is a way to responsibly dispose of products that we should not just be tossing in the trash. And I think a lot of things we don't think twice about. We just toss it. Like I had a coworker call me out once. She's like, what did you do with those batteries? I'm like, they were dead. I threw them out. She's like, you can't put those in the trash.
Yeah.
So things like that we think we know about.
There are places you take batteries.
Totally. Now, part of what I think is cool about this company is that even if the stuff is not toxic, they're still recycling, and they work with so many different huge, like brand name known corporations.
Okay.
So it's trying to eliminate some of the toxic stuff like makeup, a lot of stuff. We don't think about that, or nail polish.
That's something you said to me that I literally have I can't tell you how many nail polishes I've thrown out, or like eyeshadow compacts. Like,
absolutely,
it never crosses my mind.
Me neither. So they offer many, many different ways to recycle your waste. And there's also, look into this if you are in an office or something. We order from a company called Quill, and they offer free ink recycling. So it's a division of Staples. So like you can order big bulk stuff for offices and things like that. Every month we fill up a box because those toner cartridges are toxic and don't need to be seeping into the earth. They send you a free shipping label. So not only do they for free have you ship it back to them, they give you a $4 credit towards your next order for every single toner or ink thing.
Oh, wow.
That you send back. And we use the big ones because they're like industrial printers. So anything,
what a great
like
incentive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like you're helping do something responsibly, plus they're rewarding you for them paying to recycle your stuff by giving you credit towards that. So some of the things that in the list, I mean, when you look at this website, TerraCycle, you won't believe it. And you can look and see if it's companies you already buy for yourself or different products that you use. Drink pouch recycling. If you have kids, you go through a lot of those.
Yeah.
Makeup, toothpaste, pasta boxes. Like Berea Pasta specifically has a recycling program for the cardboard for their boxes. Electronic waste, Febreze, laundry detergent, razors.
Interesting.
The list goes on and on and on. But part of what I already had mentioned this to Dana, but I got really freaked out yesterday reading Nextdoor. Do you know what Nextdoor is? Like you can put in your zip code and it tells you your little neighborhood.
Yeah.
Some of it's great and very pertinent. And sometimes it's like if that lady complains about dog poo on her lawn one more time, I'm going to lose my mind.
You're going to poop on her lawn?
So a lot of times I can't even look at it. There's just like ridiculous ones. I always screenshot some, like I won't even say right now some of the ones I saw this week. But there was a fire in my neighborhood 2 days ago.
Oh.
And this person wrote a very long post about it. How did the fire start? They had been staining some wood at their house or their porch, whatever. And they threw out the rags, just like I would have thought to do.
Sure.
Well, paint, stain, or varnish as it's drying out, especially, I guess, on cloth because it's natural fiber, can combust.
Oh.
So they threw out the cloths that they were using to stain into their trash can, and it combusted, and it caught the house on fire.
Oh, my word.
So again, I mean, we should all be environmentally responsible
right
in general, but no joke, sometimes this is like a legit safety issue. So
absolutely.
I'm saying that as a disclaimer to anyone listening. Don't ever just throw your paint, varnish, any of that stuff directly in the trash. Take it to your local paint store or somewhere that can recycle it, but do not. There is directions of how to dispose of the rags.
It's so important. Recycling is such an important thing. And I know out here in California, we have recycle bins and people are pretty conscious about it. But like when I go home, my parents' trash service doesn't even offer recycling.
Yeah, a lot of places don't.
And it's like, we're legitimately, you can, even if you believe the earth is flat, if you're a flat earther, you can still recognize we're killing our flat earth, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean,
a flat earthener.
The earth is not flat. Okay. Anyway, I love that. What's the name of the company again?
TerraCycle. TerraCycle.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
And there's other companies like that too, but this one has the largest range of products.
I'm going to check it out. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to check it out for sure. Thanks, Jessica.
You're welcome.
Oh my God. Jessica.
Dana.
I think that's our show.
I think it is.
You guys, let me tell you how to get a hold of us. Instagram and Facebook. You can find us at the Rants and Raves Podcast. You can shoot us a DM. You can comment. You can like, whatever. Our website is therantsandravespodcast.com. You can find us, I guess, on Twitter. How many followers do we have now? 3 still?
I think 6.
Oh, God. You can find us at Raves_the. Please rate, review, subscribe. It doesn't take, it takes a millisecond to press that 5-star button. You don't even have to write anything. You just press a button. Please do it. Please be a button presser for us. We love you guys and we just want to continue to grow and have amazing, wonderful things to bring to you even more. Jessica.
Dana.
Do you have, what are we doing a happy thing this week? Can I do a happy thing instead of a point to ponder?
Do.
All right. I made Jessica follow this. I made my sisters follow this. It's crazy. But if you just need a good laugh and a crazy like hour-long rabbit hole to go down on Instagram, this is a happy thing. At cats with their mouths open. That's all I'm going to say. At cats with their mouths open. Thanks, you guys. Have a great week.
Take care.
Bye.